I didn't fix my sound first. Okay, I'm good. Alright. That was a scare. Realizing as I'm going live, my sound stuff may be wrong. We're all good. Live on YouTube, playing like a dragon nation. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. Get right into it. Game will show up in a second. Oop, you good? You good, monitor? Okay, cool. Alright, cool. So, stream's 1080, but, game's at 1440p. First and foremost, the first thing I think of with this and why I want to discuss it was gonna be around how the full game is to the demo. If you want to try like a dragon, Ishin, there's a 3 GB demo. It's free to try, and it's just a little combat excerpt. And the thing there was it showed shader cache stuttering. What people found was you could set it to use DirectX 11 instead of 12 to not eliminate but really reduce the stutter. And I did that with the base game, and I have had it's been a way more smooth than what the demo was, thanks to the DX11 thing. Now, they're still gonna update it. I have to assume that they're gonna do a pre-shader cache thing, leave you the option for it. Because to my understanding, Lost Judgment does that on PC. Like so RGG is already familiar with this. Texture popping though. It's something they're already familiar with. To that extent. It sucks it launched like that. If it gets fixed in a week, and not in a year like Chrono Cross, that'd be nice. Oh. But yeah, other than that, it hasn't been really doing that. The stutters really aren't. They're significantly reduced, if not there at all. But I haven't done any new heat actions in a while. So I would have a harder time judging that. New cutscenes are fine. There are, that's another thing. So we'll get into like the tweaks made from what you're seeing. There is a, this game has some pretty noticeable forced TAA. Temporal anti-aliasing, right? And not an option you can just turn off. And when you do force it off, you can see why. There's a tweak I linked in the description of the video that has a command you can put in, and you can do it through. You could do it through. Actually, no. Unreal Engine Locker does not work. I forget what the config file location is. I think it's in your apps data. And yeah, it is in the apps data where the engine INI is, and you can put that in. And what the specific one I linked does. The specific one I linked does is it's a updated TAA that not a lot of games are actually using apparently. This newer TAA, so it still is TAA that you're seeing, it's just a updated version of it. And what I've noticed is it has it has that it's reduced the motion smearing issue that TAA has. And on top of that, what was the other TAA issue? It's not as blurry. It's a little bit of a compromise. It is still, like, if you compare it raw, you're gonna see it. And I still do notice that, like, sometimes I'll walk into an area and it's kind of, like, noticeable there. But I mean, that's not noticeable by everyone. That's not, like, a highlight of the complaint. That's just TAA. Still though, man, do I wish this was a Dragon engine and not Unreal. Just checking something real quick here. But yeah, so yeah, I miss Dragon Engine. I don't think they're gonna stick with Unreal though. One of the big things is population density. That was something special that RGG really nailed. Oh yeah, I need to get him a drink. That's something that RGG's really nailed is population density in their the streets and how they're lined with people. Okay, maybe line up there to Don Quixote. And they still do it in this game. Unreal gives them a little trouble with it, I think. There'll be stutters here. These are from 1440p. Now, let me see here. There is an uncapped frame rate option, right? One of the issues is that your heat regen is tied to frame rate for some reason. I don't know how that slipped by. But yeah, that's tied to frame rate, so 60s has it correct. Even then though, yeah, no, something feels up for me in particular. Hello, Jesus. I think they'll abandon Dragon Engine after Like a Dragon 8 and the spin-off game. I think, like I was about to talk about, I don't think they're going to abandon Dragon Engine because getting crowd density and population, they get away with it here. Even then, though, there's a little, it's a little hit when you go into the busy part of the city in this game. Can you imagine them trying to get Kamurocho's busier streets than this, running at that, and have that be, like, optimal and hold a frame rate? Unless they go back to 30 FPS. If they seriously sacrifice what they have for 30 FPS caps on PS5 and Xbox Series, I'd be actually really upset. So I don't know if this is so pretty. This town is so beautiful though. I wish I was seeing it a bit more smoother. Was the AA thing? I'll talk about it in a sec. Let me sake. Okay, so the game uses TAA temporal anti-aliasing. And the result of TAA is the game's a bit blurry and there will be motion smearing. I don't think everyone notices it. Let me get some new sandals. Not everyone notices it, not everyone's as sensitive to it. If you've noticed motion smearing at all, or if you think the game's a little blurry, that setting's worth trying. I would have to tell you where the Engine INI location is if you're interested. They've been talking about how great Unreal is over Dragon Engine, its current foundation. I can't See, it's so hard to believe because they made Dragon Engine look effortless. The way they, like, porting Virtua Fighter 5 into it and how it's progressed, they made it look effortless how well Dragon Engine seemed optimized. Like, that seems really impressive. And hearing that they've actually, it's been a struggle behind closed doors the whole time is really interesting to hear. Already done some engine INI edits. Yeah, no, like this street, this is already pretty busy. It's tanking right now more because of trying to play at 1440p, and I think that's a me issue. Again, I've seen other people say that 1440p on my hardware or lower has been fine. So oh god, I don't want to know what you're, alright, fine. Okay, alright. It's the first time fighting him, maybe he's not so bad. Fighting in this game has actually been pretty satisfying. I'm gonna have to go back and play more as Zero. Though the thing with Zero is more of the fun mechanics to it are kind of you gotta work in progress to get them. Damn it. But the way this game presents itself, since it was such a fresh air to the Japanese audience, which is another thing I noticed, is because this game was originally into Japan itself, introducing so much at once, it does a better job of its tutorials and how it explains mechanics. And then those games really, oh fuck, don't do as much later. I don't know, there's been a lot I've enjoyed about the combat. Yeah, I got hair messed up. To my understanding, this is what RE Engine apparently does. RE Engine will make the game better for TAA by sharpening it before applying the TAA. So when you take TAA off a RE Engine game, it will look like things like hair are gonna look worse because there's already that pre-applied sharpening to it. And the way hair looks in this game when you take it off, I think it's kind of the same thing that they did. I would think. That's what RE Engine does. I don't know if Unreal 4 games do that. I need to stop by a pharmacy after I do this. Motion blur off. I've been fine with them. They have been a bit obnoxious, but they've been fine. I don't think it's gonna save performance. That's what I would do it for if it would save performance, but then again, I am playing it at highest settings anyway. As long the important thing has been the DX11 option. That's been the most important thing because of no shader stutters, which again is something they're looking at anyway. There's that. So as of right now, I would, after my time so far in, I'm still not sure, like, personally, I would have, like, if I could, I'd be playing the Xbox version right now. I'd be playing on Series X, which really sucks because I really want to keep supporting RGG's PC versions. Especially because they are same day launches on PC and worldwide and in English, and that's so, you know, it didn't used to be like that at all, so I'd like to keep supporting that. But man, this makes it hard to in these situations. I would hope they would get a better grip of things going forward, but it could be growing pains, but it sucks that, like, I don't know, we'll have to see after the next patch. Either way, it's here. It was also, you know, cheaper to just get on PC. I did apply for a review code on Xbox, never got back to me. Which I was planning to buy this game anyway. But that would have been my plan, was a review code version of a console version. Yeah, no, starting up that combat demo and seeing that was really disheartening. And even when I tried DX11 on the demo, it still didn't fix it. Maybe it was, maybe it didn't actually apply. Or something. Again, the DX11 doesn't totally eliminate it, but it does a it's substantially better. What the hell is this? So there's a bunch of, like, oddities in this game, too. Like, little, like, characters pop in for a second and then vanish. Like, the camera cuts. The camera's doing, like, a transition, and, like, a different scene will be in the middle of the transition. I would really like to... If I do a video on this game, I probably will at some point, just not soon. It's not a priority. But I would really like to see if that was... I mean, number one, in the original, or number two, just on the other console versions. Like, whenever there's an end of a cutscene, it'll freeze on the last frame and then fade out. I would like to know if it did or did not do that before. Arms dealer, thank God. But yeah, this is a... If you do still notice, like, the blur, even with the other TAA enabled, I would go for reshade and just adding a little sharpening with reshade. That's what I've done before. Because the primary benefit with the different TAA is reducing the motion smearing significantly. I wish I could compare right now. He's got other stuff. I think I should probably get a better gun. I don't think I've gotten a different gun since the start. And it's not that much. Yeah, I've done that with, I did that with, Forspoken. I do it with RE Engine games. Just to counteract how severe TAA is. Oh, I got some orbs. Finally. Oh yeah, there was a boss in the end of the last chapter. It was gun time. So I finally got some gun orbs. The way this game makes use of stances is, even with like tutorial things explaining it, and why I want to go back to 0, but the situations where all these stances are called for is like way more apparent and forward facing than it was in 0. Farm chicken racing for 2 hours and pick the golden gun. I was considering the chicken races. I don't know the whole process for the golden gun yet. I might look into it. And this gun's worse. Cool. $257. I'm fine with my damage. At least now I am. Finally. Now the real game can begin. What's this about stick bonuses? Now the real game can begin. You say 5 Rio? Are you serious? Maybe another time. Hold. Oh, hold on. Sorry, that's the tournament. We just need to walk up to the tables. 25 points. Got it. How much is that? Fuck off. I'm gonna load the save after that. Whatever. Golly, I hope I win. Yeah, so anyway. Outside of that, because it hasn't been a big deal, it hasn't been as severe as they don't have the numbers on these ones. Fuck my life. Nice. My thing in Mahjong is I have trouble focusing. Focusing in. I try to go for too many hands. And then I'll like give up trying to go for a certain hand, and then it's like, oh, it's like two turns later, it's like, oh, I could have had that. Well, too late now. This is a good example. This is a really good example, actually. Jesus Christ. Hey. Listen, buddy. No. Commentating and playing Mahjong is not as easy as I thought it was gonna be. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. See, that's exactly why I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have passed that up. Apparently, I shouldn't have passed up those ones either. I think there was still some other... Oh, there's a mod already for... Nice. Toss that out. I'll take a draw. Never mind, I would not... Alright. It uncaps the cutscenes, uncaps the FPS of the cutscenes, and then... it fixes the ultra-wide. Which I could be streaming in right now, but I decided not to. What a fantastic opening hand, good lord. Damn it! So, fans have already taken care of ultra-wide support and the cutscenes being locked to 30, which was something, those things are like, no matter which version you're gonna have to deal with. If you play on console, you're still gonna get the capped cutscenes. They are weird at 75 FPS. And then I set the cap to 60, and then the cutscenes were fine. But the way shadows were looking in the cutscenes at 75 FPS, and I don't know if it's a not being divisible by 30 or if it's a being higher than 60 thing. But they were a bit rough. But if you keep it capped at 60, everything's completely fine. I'm so fine at Mahjong when I play against friends. I can even handle the CPU in some games. Yakuza CPU Mahjong is a completely different beast. They're too fast. I don't think I've ever played a game in Yakuza Mahjong where, like, the deck ran out, for example. Because someone's already got Riichi or something way before that point. I'll let that one go. And the game's handing me a hand too, practically. You've always used the cheating items. Yeah, that's what they're there for. That's very nice that they do that, in all honesty. So that's 8. Yeah, that's 8. Whoops. What a really good hand. Fuck off. That's what I did at first for Kiwami 2. Was and that's when I discovered it. And there was like, that's really how people oh, there's a tooth south. I didn't see that. It was like, yeah, that's how people are doing completion in this game. It makes a lot more sense now. How people manage to more accessibly 100% these games without knowing how to play Mahjong is the cheating pieces you can find. But yeah, as I was, more or less, I have been there. I think no matter what, and as of right now, you're probably going to have to make some sort of tweak. At the bare minimum is right-click properties, add DX11. That's like the bare minimum. Other things are fine. Oh, another thing the tweaker does is, so with this game, if you have Steam input enabled, you will not see your specific controller's button icons, so you have to disable Steam input to actually see that. So you can disable Steam input or use the fixer. I much prefer games that let you just manually set that, like Persona 3 Portable, as we were discussing, lets you do that. I think Monster Hunter does too, but yeah, that's what I much prefer, is get rid of that. Fuck you. Hmm. We need a 9. I already had a 9 before. Man! This bit has gone horribly. No, get rid of them. I like that animation. No stutter there, by the way. The stuttering also, that's the stuttering in the demo. I have a good feeling the demo wasn't actually adjusting to DX11. A consistent thing in the demo was that the sound would get delayed in heat actions because of the stutter, and that has not happened once in the full game. The game itself has been in better shape, but I have these what is it? So like TAA I think that may more or less be nitpicking to some people. I don't know. It's sure bothered the hell out of me. The more and more games it shows up in, and the more it affects how things are when you try to remove it. Like, I would much rather have, like, a more, like, I guess, like, taxing anti-aliasing, because I think that's what they're trying to avoid, right? Fine. Fuck my life. When they use FSR 2.1. That's the I think that's in. If I'm getting my acronyms right. If I'm getting my acronyms right. I don't know if I am. Is that AMD's upscaling option? You know what had really good results was Metroid Prime Remastered, which actually, my plan was to stream that next week, but I don't know if that's happening now. Anyone have any fives? No. I don't know if that's happening now because my Amazon order got so delayed. I was considering just buying it, I was considering just... That could have gone worse. Buying it digitally. Just to play it. I believe it uses, like, the anti-aliasing that's used there is really, really impressive. The resolution, like, the quality of Metroid Prime Remastered is really damn impressive. Now, stick to what I got. Yeah, actually, that was a good call. If I could pause or go to the options, I would be able to tell you. But I unfortunately can't. Seeming really bad stutters on PC as well. It's better on NVIDIA systems, I wonder. Have you tried in the launch options putting DX11? Have you tried that? If you already bought the full game, that's worth trying. Because yeah, this game has shader stutters on DX12. I shouldn't have done that. Well, I guess it doesn't matter if he's already got Reachy. I'm pretty boned anyway. DX11. It's a tiny bit better, but still loads of them. Yeah, that's as good as it's gonna get until they release the patch. If you're not feeling it, like, rank 3. At least I wasn't easy money Masuzo. Well, I lost half my money. That was a terrible bit. I really thought that... Yeah, again, Yakuza Mahjong AI difficulty is a little different than what I'm used to in other games' CPU difficulty. Yeah, it does use 2.1. This is fine, and I was using this at first. I would turn this on to quality and then turn on the sharpening. It's fine, but then there's a character in the game. I forget Akiyama's character's name, but when he popped up and you saw his hair is so detailed, it's not enough. The FSR is noticeable because his hair is so detailed. Took a look around. Everyone here is a fan of your work. You should stop by again sometime is all I'm saying. Alright, I will. Nice. DX11 dies. Makes games run well in both DX11 and 12 is a challenge. Almost like tweaking the game for 2 different architectures. I didn't know it was like that. The thing that's been bugging me about DX12 is shader compilation. Shader compilation, when you can do it, feels like an inconvenience. And even then, maybe it's game by game basis, right? In Star Ocean, which we did a stream of, you had to pre-compile the shaders repeatedly to fix the stutters with it. Damn it. You had to do that multiple times. I need to go to a goddamn pharmacy. So yeah, I also have general... The game is running at 1440p, and I usually don't play it at 1440p. To my understanding, though, I probably should be able to play it just fine at 1440p, even when I'm not streaming. The performance is more or less the same when I'm not streaming. And that's not about the game, that's more me being concerned about my own PC somehow. But that could be tied to frame rate cap, but I did, because it was going between 60 and 70. Like, where I go into borderless full screen game gets a bunch of red lines across my screen. That's bizarre, I haven't seen that. I have things like my monitor does that it doesn't like, but I haven't anything like that. Oh, the gate's closed. Does the game minimize anytime you alt-tab, even in borderless window mode? Any way to change that? I don't alt-tab. Well, I mean, so I don't actually alt-tab. I hit the Windows key. I, like, never in any game situation hit alt and tab. I always hit the Windows key to minimize a game. But again, that minimizes by default, so... And when I do it in this game, yeah, it'll, let me see. Because I haven't paid too much attention to it. Yeah, it minimizes no matter what. So this is how I'm usually playing it, is in ultra-wide. But for stream's sake. 1440p. Does the console version have the 30 FPS issue? You mean in cutscenes? Yes. Yeah, on consoles, cutscenes are locked to 30 FPS as well. That's not a PC thing. This is my favorite thing. I mean, it's not the these hallways this hallway between the two halves of town that's, you know, very much just disguising a loading screen between the towns. But the bandits that are in the middle of the way are really cool. Given the type of enemy approaches you get in Yakuza games, it just feels like something new. And it feels really natural how they go around you. Yeah, the minigames are on 30 as well. And like I was saying earlier, yeah, on PC there is a mod to remove the frame rate cap where it's already installed on my end. It was looking weird though when it was above 60. Like I was having 75 and the shadows in those cutscenes were acting up. I also did run into a cutscene that wouldn't, a few cutscenes near the end of chapter 4, something that were not going to 60. They were firmly set on being 30. It was when you walk into the room and you're introduced as the third captain. Shader comp on PC, yeah. For if you're on DX12, if you set it to DX11, it reduces the stutters, but it doesn't totally eliminate it. Yeah, I don't know, man. If they can't get like a busy street, like as optimized as they did in Dragon Engine, I don't know how they're gonna get Kamurocho of all places to. You know how many NPCs are in like Kamurocho and like always in those scenes, especially like as far back as 3. That was so technically impressive, man, and it still is. And that's what also really surprises me is that RGG was able to get that the whole time, right? So, like, hearing that this engine that they've already worked miracles in has trouble. I would, but yeah, like I was saying, and I'm just reiterating here for people that come in the demo, I had a worse experience with it, and in the actual game, it hasn't been as bad. They're working on a patch. That's what I should say, is they are working on a patch, presumably to add pre-caching shaders. Because to my understanding, they already did that with Lost Judgment on PC. So if they're already familiar with it, it probably isn't a big deal to them. Is this a game where you need to find the sub-story finder, or did they add it by default? Because I don't know what the exclamation point is, but I'm gonna go look. Fine. Yeah, every I mean, even playing off stream at 1080p, I was not doing well with the busy streets. Like this street and the street down south with the water wheel in the marketplace. Water wheels, multiple. Those ones I'm never getting 60 on. And I do not know if that's me or the game. Exclamation point is a sub-story you stumbled on but haven't done yet. Okay. Is there a sub-story finder item that you can eventually find? I kind of have to imagine if there was, they would have made it default. Man. It's so disheartening, because it's a beautiful game, man. This game is so pretty. I love the aesthetic and the setting. But I have so many doubts that they're gonna get Kamurocho to run well in these situations. And if they do, Kamurocho is probably gonna be there's probably gonna be way less NPCs in Kamurocho, and I think that's really unfortunate. Pawnbroker, that's a good place to go. Completed the game and encountered no sub-story finder. Damn. I mean, sometimes it's kind of hidden. I didn't know it existed. I didn't know that there was a sub-story finder in these games till Kiwami 2. And given that this one's around 5 and 0's time, I could see it being a little out of the way. What was I looking for? Those plates. Yeah, here we go. 30 mon, great. Okay, well, I'm glad I held on to those. A whole virtue. No, haven't found it yet. Should I try my luck at Shoji on stream, or that might even go worse, actually? Anyway, I'm looking for pharmacy. Oh, right. Okay, got it. I'm wondering how this game is doing and if they're considering Kenzan again. It's true I don't have money, but I'm not a hag. What a rude man. You ought to be ashamed. Bitch, fine, I'll take it by force. Oh my, it's not good. What will I ever do? Newest fan? You hag, hand over the money or I'll take it by force. My, so vulgar. Any other problem here? Oh, a lovely samurai. This man here said he was going to push me down and do all sorts of nasty things. Man, the one time I decided to read sub-stories out loud. Did not. I just want the dough. I got no interest in shriveled up old bag, believe me. Oh my, how rude. Think you two lost me with that last bit, but basically you're trying to rob her, is that right? Huh? Yeah, exactly. Get in my way and someone's gonna get hurt. Have it your way then. Alright. We got a hero here, boys. Oh my, you had company. How cowardly. Stand back. Try not to get yourself killed now, Lies. You've got guts, let's end this fool. I need to go to the pharmacy. I hope this game's selling well for it, despite these issues with the PC version. I hope they don't consider more outsourcing, because then it's like a hit or miss situation in the quality, depending on who they go with, right? But since if they remain committed to PC day one with the other platforms, I don't think they'll go with outsourcing. I don't think. I could use more damage with my sword. Maybe I should have bought that sword back at the arms dealer. Damn it. Me issue, but I keep rolling and dodging into enemies instead of to their sides. I don't believe it. Who is this guy? You want to keep going? I won't do it again, I swear. Good grief, talk about pathetic. Are you hurt? Beautiful. I'm sorry. Beautiful, beautiful, simply beautiful. The way you fight those elegant sword swings, why you show grace with every step. You have a talent for Boyo. Boyo. Forgive me, I haven't introduced myself yet. I teach a Boyo class. My name is Maijo. You can call me Maijo-sensei. Huh? Oh, sensei already, huh? Okay, Maijo-sensei, I'm Saito. Saito-san, I hope you don't mind me asking, have you ever danced Boyo before? No, not really. I see. That's a shame. I've taught a fair amount of students over the years, but not many with your level of elegance. Take it from an expert, you should definitely do Boyo. Me? Boyo. Indeed you. It would be a shame to waste such grace on swordplay alone. I know, why not take a trial class? A trial class? That's right, better you experience it for yourself than have me explain. Come, come. Okay. Right in, huh? Alright. Not like I wasn't gonna be here anyway. This is Nichibusa, nice place. Isn't it though? Alright, then, let's jump right in. Already. Yes, I'm going to play a song and it'll be your job to dance along. Wait, now? We believe in getting right to it here in Nichibusa. Now then, let's dance. Oh boy. That's a lot of buttons. I assume it'll, as usual, be easier to just see it. This is capped at 30 FPS. I thought the fixer said it covered minigames too. Yeah, when they had to, well, even the RPG doesn't have its sub-stories voiced. Not all of them, anyway. It has a number of them are voiced. I do prefer that, though. When they, there was a point where they realized they had to start voicing everything for their main stories, and that was at Yakuza 6, and the result was a nicely shorter story. I enjoyed the pacing of Yakuza 6, it was pretty on point. Compared to how long 4 and especially 5 were. And of course that, predates 0. Part of the issue is, maybe characters like Akiyama, where their performance costs a lot of money. And also, these are yearly titles. Yakuza games are yearly releases. So we were talking about Assassin's Creed earlier, even though Assassin's Creed fell off that a while ago, but these games release on time frames. Wonderful, I knew I saw talent in you. It was truly elegant, a truly elegant dance. Okay, well, that's good. There's a lot more in this than I thought. Indeed, that's why it's so fun. If you enjoyed it so much, by all means, please come again. I'll even teach you at a special rate, Saito-san. So this is all just to I take your class, huh? No matter what age we're living in, the free trial never fails. Guess you know how to play the game. I've also seen some people's, some characters' hands grip and then ungrip instantly. Joking aside, you truly do have something special, Saito-san. Boyo can also be quite refreshing, so please come again when you have the time. Yeah, I'll stop by if I'm ever in the mood. Goodbye, Sensei. Yes, I'll be waiting. Maijo-sensei, huh? This dance is pretty deep, and I guess I am sort of interested. Maybe I should take time to learn it. They also already struggled with, for Lost Judgment, which is a full dub, getting English dub out at the same time for games like these that are on such tight schedules. Here, right? Yeah, here we we go. Anyway, so I'm not surprised. That is not what I was expecting from the pharmacy. Okay. Same stuff, just not drinks. Oh, that was already a medicine. Alright. Well, then I might as well go for these. I forgot to reload my save. I'm already so far. You've amassed a fair share of injuries in your travels, haven't you? You're not wrong, I guess, but what makes you say so? It's your eyes. I've seen much in my time, and there's a certain type of eyes that gets young men's blood up. By the looks of you, I'd wager every few steps you take you encounter another gang of reprobates eager to start a brawl. You're pretty intuitive. But that's precisely what makes you an ideal candidate for my experiments. You see, I'm not just the proprietor of this establishment, I'm the apothecary. Concocting new remedies is what drives me. So you brew the medicines here yourself? I do. In fact, I've just recently put the finishing touches on a little troche. That should soothe even the weariest warrior. I've dubbed it my medicine of longevity and vigor. Sounds dramatic. Blends together the most potent extracts of soft-shell turtle, garlic, charred newt, and viper blood. That sounds really familiar. That sounds really familiar. It's either a reference or I'm just speaking bullshit. Anyone, young or old, will forget their very meaning of fatigue once they try it. That's an impressive claim. Yes, and now I only have to see if it's true. Oh, so that's where I come in. I would test it myself, but I fear my heart might give out from the strain. Surely you wouldn't ask an old man to sacrifice himself in the name of medical progress. But a strapping lad with a natural predisposition for being assaulted. Think of how useful this panacea could prove to you. If it really does heal injuries. And at your age, a reasonable level of physical resilience and any side effects would certainly wear off in time. I'll be waiting here when next you are in need of recovery. Come see me and we'll give it a shot. Let me buy more. If anyone has ideas on sub-stories we can do. That's already been an hour. Yeah, if anyone has any sub-story ideas, it would be good to get out of the way. I should stop by that shrine, spend this virtue. I won't have to buy for a while, so this is worth it. I gotta go put that worm away too. Always something to do in the big city. The shrine's over there. Fine, I'll look. This is punishment for taking up the whole damn road. I'm in sword. I think I complained about my damage a little bit. Part of that is because Wild Dancer just does a lot less damage. But I do notice it in the sword style. Excuse me. I find it interesting how items drop in this game from fights. Sometimes they drop on top of you. Other times you gotta do a circle around them. What is up there? Also, what mini games here? Dance school? No. That's just where we were. I thought the dance thing was right here. I sure hope those enemies didn't respawn. Nice. Oh no. Okay, I thought it was about to be the dude running. Sorry, mister. You alright? I'm okay. I gotta go. Excuse me. I was pocketed. I got pocketed. Aerith, that kid, he just took all my money. And rushed to meet a girl, huh? I read your letter, please. It's not true, is it? I'm sorry. What's going on? Damn, bro, that sucks. Anyway. You. I prefer the taxis, but this is okay. Things like, this is what, like, getting footage for this game would be a bit painful comparison to, like, other Yakuza games. Because it's so, there's so few, there's not nearly as many taxis, ways to fast travel. Everything feels damn slow. I need to, yeah, here we go. Because I got some good examples, like, as I'm playing, I'm always looking for, like, examples of what would best demonstrate certain things for a video. And there's definitely a handful of things I've come across. One thing is, where eyes look in cutscenes. And that's, again, another thing if I don't know if the original just had some moments where eyes just weren't actually looking at anybody. Like the character's eyes are not, like, their heads are tilted towards the character, but their eyes are not. And if they turn their head at all, their eyes won't be looking at a character, they're just looking forward. So I want to, like, that's another thing. It's like, was that a thing in the original game? Was that a new engine issue? Is it a PC issue? Because I do know that there was on Steam discussion, so I don't have anything on hand, but in the Steam discussion forum, someone was showing some screenshot differences between console and PC in some cutscenes, and there was some shadows that seemed, not shadows that seemed missing, but I guess the best way to put it would be the ambient occlusion was a little different. So it's like, what all could be different between just PC and consoles in that respect? And how true even is it? Like, how severe is that? Is it like, can you just write that off or what? Inventory capacity, yes please. Hardly ever sprinting. Oh right, yeah, I wanted to buy goods with virtue, wow. Allows you to gain more virtue, reduce the penalty. And that's for improvement, definitely. Have enough virtue, okay. There was something else I was looking at. Yeah, I guess it wasn't that. Oh, that's all. Okay. We should try fishing. I haven't tried fishing in this game yet. Sea and river. Oh, interesting. Get the sprint upgrade anyway. And hold on to the rest. Now we will go back to those sub-stories. Even though I did... Yeah, well, now I got my inventory expanded, so it's okay. Oh, hey, let's check on that kid. Yeah, you. How are you doing? I don't have anything... Whatever, I'll just give him the healing thing I just got. Hey, mister. Oh, hey, kid. Thanks for giving me that toy. Me and the other kids played with it all day long. I gave the kid a worm. They play with that thing all day? Kids are something else. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, you're the best, mister. But, I kinda wanted to ask you something. Think you could, give me another thing you don't want? Something wrong with what I gave you last time? No, there's nothing wrong with it, but I've never been able to play with the other kids because I never had the right toys. Now I want to see what else we can do. Ah, I think I get it. Please, I'll take whatever, so can I have something? Yeah, here's a shred of iron. And give him the plum, maybe. Let me tell you, in Fire Emblem, especially in 3 Houses, letting all the dialogue, it is all voiced. But for a game as long as 3 Houses with that much dialogue, I just ended up skipping it anyway. That was after the first playthrough, though, when I started the other routes in 3 Houses. How's this? Whoa, what is this? No good, how about... Oh, it's super cool. He likes it. Again, no idea why. Thanks, mister. I'm gonna go show the others right away. Oh, alright. I'll talk to you later, okay? See ya. I think Pokemon should have it. I don't think Pokemon's going to, but... Cause yeah, the, Scarlet and Violet really gets to a point with its cutscene detail where they might as well just be speaking full lines out loud. They probably... Well, here's another thing. Here's another issue to it when you're talking about that, is you get into the issue of dubs. And for a series like Pokemon, they may not get away with just dubbing English and Japanese. That means Pokemon would have to voice several languages, and if you're unaware, voice acting is something that requires scheduling like months in advance. Scheduling, and you know how serious Pokemon is with its timeline, you know? And keeping everything in date. Like, one voice actor in one country, they're not gonna let that, like, you know, interrupt the launch schedule or delay it just because they need one language in particular voice, but they, for whatever reason it may be, the voice actor couldn't do it. Yeah, up here. So for a series like Pokemon, where they would not like they would not settle on like one language, and most games do. If they do it, they're gonna settle just on English and Japanese. I don't think Pokemon could get away with that, unfortunately. But that's a scheduling nightmare. Yeah, I have something. This one sweet potato. Here you go. Nice. Formed a bond with the oblivious woman. So anyway, my solution for Pokemon is they should just make up their own language. And it should be canonized in every media of Pokemon. Can't be true. It can't be. Please, just listen. No, I don't want to hear it. Shinta-kun. I'm moving. My family and I are going away to Edo. Why, Miho-chan? Why are you doing this? It's my papa. He says we have to go there so we can work. When do you leave? Soon. Everybody's getting ready now. Why'd you wait so long to tell me? I just couldn't. I'm sorry. I don't want you to be sorry. I want you to stay. Don't be stupid. There's nothing I can do. Fine then. Just go. I never want to see your face again anyway. Leave me alone. I get fatigued with the Yakuza games sometimes because they can be repetitive, but it's very nice when I'm in the mood for it. Yeah, you can get burnout on these games pretty easily, especially if you're doing the if you're marathoning all of them and you hit 4 and 5, where the pacing of all of them between 1 and 3 are very fast paced. Even in 0, once it gets started after the introductions and like the first 4 chapters, then it's a roller coaster all throughout, and that keeps up. Once you get to 4 and 5, things slow down a bit. It's pretty easy to get burnout, especially if you're doing something like completionist playthroughs of them. Shinta-kun, don't go. You say goodbye to your friend, Miho, especially because most of them are set in the exact same setting, in the exact same town. So, Papa, it's almost time to leave. The palanquin will be here to pick us up soon. Make sure you have everything packed. Okay, Sab. I stopped on Judgment. But I stopped on Judgment for a gameplay reason. I fucking hated Judgment's permanently capped health until you went to the doctor to buy the medicine kit to fix your capped health. That I can't think of a worse mechanic in a game. That was infuriating to me. I'm so glad they never did it again, and that Lost Judgment has the best combat in the series. You gonna be all right? I don't want it to end like this. I don't want that to be how we said goodbye. I want to apologize, but I can't anymore. Thank you, mister. You were worried about me, right? Yeah, I'm Miho. You're nice, mister. Sorry, I have to go now. The thing is, non-native English speakers are used to Pokemon characters already speaking their native language. Pokemon's, it's already familiar with it. It's okay if I could ask you a favor? What is it? If you run into the boy I was talking to, Shinta-kun, could you tell him something? If they did just go ahead with it, I wouldn't complain, personally, but it's hard to imagine that they would. Is that all? Yes, I'm sorry, I'll understand if it's too much to ask. Goodbye, take care, mister. I think I can manage that Miho. That boy, Shinta, he ran off towards the temple. I need drink. Oh, actually, you know, what did they do for the Pokemon Snap? Does anyone know what they did for Pokemon Snap? If that's only English and Japanese, then maybe. Well, then again, that was Bandai Namco. I don't know. But yeah, that might set a precedent. That's the boy I saw arguing with his friend Miho earlier. She asked me to deliver a message to him. I hope someone remembers the message. Franchise is filled with that one mechanic or gimmick for this one game we introduced, and then everyone hates it so much we never come back to it again. They experiment, yeah. I think that's as severe. I think that's the most severe it ever was, though. It was in between like 3, 4, and 5, where it was like if you bump into people, it was like a punishment to bump into people, despite how littered the streets are with people, right? And I think it was in 4. It keeps track of how many times you bump into people. Mio-chan, why do you have to go? Why? And why'd I yell at you like that? Hey. Do you need something, mister? Actually, I have a message for you from Miho. Mio-chan, what'd she say? Thank you. Thank God he remembered for me. That's it? That's all she told me. Why would she be thanking me? We just fought. I haven't done anything worth being thanked for. I don't understand. Were you and Miho close to one another? Yeah, our houses are right by each other. Normally boys and girls your age have a hard time becoming friends. Yeah, maybe. There aren't many girls in our neighborhood though. Mio-chan didn't really have anybody else to get close to. I remember she always looked so lonely, so one day I asked if she wanted to play with me. I see. For a while, Miho-chan wouldn't even say anything back to me. But I just kept talking day after day until she started talking too, and then we were friends. Good going. Mio-chan is really fun to talk to. We laugh together every day. She's stubborn sometimes, but she's really kind too. Sometimes the other boys would make fun of me for spending my time with her, but I never cared. Mio-chan is my best friend. But she's moving away and she didn't even tell me until now. Maybe I was dumb for thinking she cared about me. Maybe she never wanted to be my friend in the first place. Do you really believe that? I think I know why Mio wanted to give you that message, and I think you do too. What she meant when she said thank you, what Mio-chan meant. Thank you for being born. Thank you for caring about her. Thank you for caring about her. Don't you think she must realize how thoughtful you've been? Thoughtful? You were more concerned about her feelings than you were of how others saw you. You stuck it out and really got to know her. I think Mio is grateful for that, don't you? So that's how she feels. She just seems to understand. I think I was able to communicate Mio's message clearly. Good. That's why she probably couldn't tell you about the move until today. Try to see it from her point of view. Why would she keep something like that from you? Why'd Mio-chan wait to tell me? Well, A and B don't feel right, so... Maybe she couldn't tell you because that's how important you are to her. She knew you'd only had so much time left together. Maybe she didn't want anything to ruin that. Mio wanted to keep laughing with you until the very end. Oh, and that's why she waited so long. That's what I think. So then, are you okay with how you said goodbye to each other? No, I'm not. Mister, I have to see Mio-chan one more time. I have to tell her I'm sorry, and I'm gonna smile and tell her to be happy. That's how I want to say goodbye. Good luck. Thank you, mister. Three has my favorite location. Mio's house was in Kawamarachi. I could see how it goes for them. 3 is definitely my favorite location, yeah. Lost Judgment does take you to Yokohama as well. They use you spend a lot more time in Yokohama. You don't spend as much time as you do in Like a Dragon. But you spend a pretty fair amount of time in Yokohama. Not all of it though. But yeah. Yeah, again, they're easy games to burn out on. And that's what I felt going through them was settings. And that is what's nice about Ishin and Kenzan is these new locations. Every game that isn't Kenzan and Ishin has Kamurocho, yep. And Staple on other ones. And then, yeah, Yakuza 5 was so many different damn locations. Oh, great lucky cat, please accept this gift and grant me good fortune. I offer you 1,000 mon. I beg of you. Mind if I ask what's going on? Oh, you crept up on me there. Sorry, just looked at me that you gave that cat your money. Don't you know? This is no ordinary feline. This is the great lucky cat. The what? It bestows lucky blessings on anyone who leaves it an offering. Turn. Will Yakuza 8 be in the Dragon Engine? I hope. But we don't know. We'll have to wait and see what they say. Did he just turn around? Shh, look. Spin. Mild critique, but I think the cats also looked better in Like a Dragon. Sorry, they looked better in Dragon Engine. They didn't look incredible, though. I thought I'd lost this forever. This is a dear old charm of mine. You see, the great lucky cat has shed its benevolence upon me like so much lucky fur. I'm not sure I buy this. What are you talking about? You saw that just happened? Well, it's no matter to me whether or not you believe in the cat. My humblest gratitude once again, great lucky cat. I'll come again. Yeah, you said it, buddy. Curious spin-offs in Dragon Engine. I think it has to be if they're this far along. I would not be surprised if, yeah, if Gaiden is still in, if Gaiden's still in, Dragon Engine. Use Dragon Engine for the main games and side team projects for UE4. The thing is that this game kind of got like a lot of marketing, right? Like a Dragon Nation kind of had like it got way more marketing than Judgment does in the West. Though I don't know if it not nearly as much as like a Dragon 8, you know, as Yakuza 8, not nearly as much as that. Wow, this is annoying that I increased my inventory and it did this. I also don't know why I bought that there. That cat's supposed to bring you luck if you offer him money? That guy gave him 1,000 mon. Yeah. Here, 1,000 mon. I hope Digital Foundry covers this game, and Wild Hearts, right? Looks horrible on Series S, that's unfortunate. Great lucky cat, huh? Huh. Actually brought me something. Obtained white bait. You know, they were saying about that, about Forspoken too. It's a mess on all platforms. Meow. Maybe you think this is lucky. Drool. You want it, huh? Gave whitebait back. Well, it seems happy at least. You formed a bond with the lucky cat. Whenever he's talking about the benefits of Unreal Engine. I would, you know what part of it is? There is a bias by playing the PC version, which has differing growing pains. And capping cutscenes at 30 is not something they're not unfamiliar with. I'm pretty sure Yakuza 0 also did that. At the very least, Yakuza 0 did... There were some cutscenes. It wasn't all of them. There were some cutscenes in Yakuza 0, even on PC, where it caps the frame rate. But yeah, I don't know. I would pour one out for Dragon Engine, definitely. Man, I really want to play Shogi, but I don't think it's a good idea with how badly, with how poorly, chicken dancing. With how poorly, Mahjong went. Chicken racing or fishing, because I haven't tried fishing in this game yet. Either way, I have to go to the south part of town. Well, no, it at least looks pretty nice on PS5 and Series X. I think it's funny we already hit that point, though, if Series S is lagging that far behind. Like, should we be playing on 1X? Zero had an option to uncap the frame rate, but the pre-renders was still 30. Man, that was pre-rendered? Are you sure? Damn. Bandits who target you guys? Yeah, it's a real pain in the neck. The bandits cause us to lose business because our customers are scared. It's terrible and unfair. You guys be careful out there. Nice of you to worry about us, mister. We do our best to stand up to this criminal, so don't forget about us. If those scenes in Zero were pre-rendered, that's really impressive pre-rendered quality. What was, there was a game I was reading about in headline being, the Series S, or not even Series S, I think it was just Series version in general was delayed. I don't even remember if it was a AAA title. But there was a recent headline going around of a game having technical issues with its Xbox Series version. And presumably that game doesn't have, whatever that game was, doesn't have an Xbox One version that's worrying about. Yeah, Ishin Fix. Ishin Fix is already applied to what I am playing. And yeah, that's exactly what I was bringing up. Oh yeah, there was a cutscene in 4 that was locked at 30. Darktide? Is Darktide not out on Xbox yet? It was probably that. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna have like severe issues like that. I do, like, if I can, I would play Series X versions, but that's also because I like I tolerate the Xbox Series user interface much more than the PlayStation 5 user interface. Get fish back home. You mean you have to quit? I love fishing, probably more than most. Only problem is I'm terrible at it. Haven't caught a single fish since the day I first cast out. Wait, not even one? Not a one. What's worse, my wife just loathes how it swallows up all my time and effort. I work my tail off and can't even bring home a decent meal. She finally decided enough is enough, so I made a promise that if I don't show up a fresh catch after today, I'd never fish again. That's rough. Even today, I've got nothing, not even a twitch of the old rod. At this rate, my fishing days are sunk. Hey, there's a thought. This may sound strange, but do you fish? Yeah, now and then. I beg you, can I have some of your fish? Smallest you got, even. You want my fish? Well, I can't ask anyone else. Please. You'd be doing me a huge favor. I guess I can help him out. Alright, if I find myself any extra, I'll give them to you. Really? Oh, thank you, you're a lifesaver. I'll certainly try to catch some fish on my own, of course. Still, please let me know if you've got any to spare. Yeah, I've been hearing about Hogwarts and Atomic Hearts. I imagine this is fine, though. This game's issues are more or less just with the PC version. And I have a more of a feeling that's more of what RGG is concerned, or not as concerned with. The thing is with RGG games is that they do have they actually have separate they have separate models for cutscenes. This is not my room. Oh, it's stuff. It's like, this is not my room. Goodbye. Yeah, goodbye, Date. It was a stranger chilling in my room. My thing is, and it does affect how I present it in videos. And I do my best to compromise because in some situations it's literally unavoidable. Like if you're gonna play this XPC version and you notice like this particular issue with it, you might as well try this mod or something like that, you know. But I'm so tired of it. I'm tired of every single mod, every single PC release just having some kind of qualm with it. That it's like, you gotta do this INI fix, you gotta put this in the launch options, and it's so minimal of work, but you repeat it so many times for every PC version. Like it's simple work, you know, to just add a little thing to the launch options. But I get a little exhausted with doing it for every single PC version. Looking at mods, and needing something. If a fish bites, your bobber will start the move. Press A at the moment the bobber dips. I have a feeling there's going to be some UI for it too. Playing consoles. It makes me tempted. The thing is, like I was saying at the beginning, is I would really like to keep supporting RGG's PC versions, because some of them are substantial, and for them, for what their studio does and the games that they do, it means a lot to have the PC versions release the same day as they do on consoles. Just like it means a lot to have them release in English the same day. Like, that's something like 10 years ago was completely unimaginable. The current state for that is, you could never have predicted that. I was gonna say, we got these other ones. Fuck. I have to assume there's probably gonna be a prompt. My issue with consoles that made me want to move to PC was SSD speeds. And that was before, no, it's a prompt. That was before, pull when the controller vibrates. Thank you. I'll wait for that. Before SSDs were standard, SSDs should have been standard in, PS4 and Xbox One, but they weren't. But whatever. But like Monster Hunter World is a really good example. Those load times on consoles for Monster Hunter World were so unacceptable. And then after playing it on PC, it was impossible to go back. Even though World still had PC problems, which was mostly fixed by just turning off the fog. Turning that off, and then it ran way, way, way better. But the loading time difference, no, it was impossible to go back. And then that was just kind of a World issue in general, though, because they fixed that in Rise. Rise loads pretty damn fast on Switch when you're going between places in the hub. I don't think my controller is vibrating. Are you serious? Is Rumble not working? Or is this fish trolling me? The fish is no. There is no Rumble. You're kidding me. Hold on. Yeah, you could throw a what is it? Throw an SSD into the PS4. You can even do that with PS3 though. It's not like it's gonna be. It's not on par with PS5, but it is still an improvement from the base. Vibration on. You're kidding me. Hold on. No, we gotta try something. We gotta try something. Ignore the Elgato thing. We're not using a capture card. We gotta try something. Properties. Controller. Disable Steam input. PC port of Persona 5 Royal? Really? It was bad on console? Again, never noticed. I'm sure I would if I played it on PC. That's good. That's good that it works, though. Yeah, Monster Hunter World is probably the most, like, severe example of that, where you play that on if you probably played it on PS5 or Xbox Series, it would probably be fantastic. But at the time, going between PS4, even PS4 Pro, without an SSD and PC, it was night and day. There was no going back. Of a vibration with my ultimate Bluetooth 8-bit do. There's no real visual indicator. It really needs Rumble. Yeah, for there I was waiting for it to like be at the top peak. Or at least past the red. Anyway, now that I turned that off, let's see if it rumbles. I'm just using an Xbox Series controller. I love this damn thing. I got two, so I wouldn't have to, I even got two, so I wouldn't have to resync between platforms. Oh, if you were playing Persona 5 on PS3 and going to PC and Royal, I could imagine. PS3 at the moment while I'm watching. Actually, if you're in the, what is it? The emulator, I don't know. I'll recast somewhere else. Loading screen at the end screen is a game changer. Battle results. Yeah, I wouldn't have imagined until seeing it. With Persona 3, it's a little noticeable. With how fast battles start up. Yeah, vibration works now. Yeah, you need to disable Steam input to get vibration. You know what sucked about... so I'm still like... with RGG's PC efforts, but when Like a Dragon 8, when Yakuza 8 when Yakuza Like a Dragon, that was the name, Yakuza Like a Dragon, came out on PC, you could not see the enemy weakness indicator. That was not on screen. That indicator was not there. I played through the entirety of Yakuza Like a Dragon, wishing... 7, sorry, I'm talking about 7. In 7. I played through that whole game wishing, man, wouldn't it be nice and convenient if, like, when I'm using a weakness hovered over the enemy, it would show me that they were weak to it. And that was there the entire time, just not on the PC version at launch. In English, it was there in the other languages. And by the time they already patched it, I had finished that 70-hour game. Even then, it wasn't too big on how 7 played compared to the other ones. I wasn't too into the RPG. As someone who loves JRPGs, absolute favorite genre of game, I would have rathered it be a brawler like the others. I like what Steam Input has tried to do, but you know, throughout the entire history of Steam Input, it's kind of like, because it like pushes out with updates on Steam and like it's not something like ever addressed. Globally, everybody has had these controller issues all at the same time, and it's just never like gets addressed until Steam patches it. Like, it was a time where you would plug a controller in, and if Steam Input was on, it would, like, change, like, your triggers to be the start button, and some buttons would overlap, and... God, what a nightmare. And now it's fixed. Now that doesn't happen anymore, but I remember that whole period of time very well. Did you have a PSP? I heard that the real issue's load time with the UMDs. I use a PS TV when recording Persona 3. I don't know, well, that shouldn't be too comparable. I mean, it's not like and also, Persona 3 on PS2 as well, which still, that's still in 3D during Tartarus, so it's the exact same loading into battles. Even there it's a bit noticeable, but it's not that long. It's not that long. It's the most briefest pause, and I never thought about it until playing Portable Remastered on PC. Matzo and Made for 7, the Brawler mod. I would, I mean, at this point, I might, like, if they finish it, I might replay 7 for that. Today's the day. How's it going? They biting? Nope. Not today. Wow, I only caught 2 fish? Alright. I brought you some fish. Whoa. Get a load of this one. Okay, this has got to be the last time. She's bound to believe in me now. You really saved me, and by the skin of my teeth, no less. No problem. Don't be so modest. I'm hanging on by a thread here. Regardless, thank you so much. Yeah, I know, I caught more than... I was caught off guard that I only caught 2 types of fish. Even though I have, where are they? Drake, where are the fish? Actually, no, why would I think they go in my inventory? They've never done that. Anyway, I got Wild Dancer perks, so, hold on. I think I just wanted to say, Drake, where are the fish? Health increase, or... Yes, please. Give that a shot next time, if I remember. Inventory bumper. Yeah. 4-2. Yeah, that checks out. Anyone encountered the bug is karaoke, where in replay cutscene sub-menu, it reads B, circle inputs as confirm as well. That's funny. I haven't done karaoke yet, so I haven't personally. Actually, I don't know if it's still like this, but in the Japanese, by default, might set confirm to B. Because B is standard confirm in Japan. Could be reading gamepad twice. I love troubleshooting PC games. It also let you see the cutscenes of songs you haven't played as well. Also, I can't do the karaoke on stream, so unfortunately I can't go and confirm that either. I probably shouldn't. No, yeah, I really shouldn't. It would, YouTube's automation would probably pick up on it. Where am I off to now? Again, if chat has any sub-stories, that would be interesting to see. I've got 15 minutes, so I'm not really positive on my next move here before, in terms of side questing. Oh yeah, chicken racing. Okay, never mind. A lot of noise coming from that izakaya. Oh. Hey, you're a hell of a drinker. You think so? Haven't had so much fun in a while. Well, no need to stop. What's the story you were telling me? Sorry, man. I'd stay, but you know how it is. Wife's at home. Don't want to upset her. Thanks a bunch for the sake and hearing me out. Thanks a bunch. That's the same line. Let's do it again. Oh, you're really going? I wanted to hear more from you. Well, that's how it goes. Goodbye, buddy. Treat your wife kindly. Wow. I almost said Dragon Engine Bacchus. Baka. I almost said Dragon Engine Bacchus, but updated Bacchus. Not many people left. Who else looks fun to drink with, I wonder? Oh, it's not the music. Hey, you samurai. Hey, boy, come here. Come on, come on. Is he talking to me? Need something? How about a drink? It's my treat. Really, you're just buying people drinks? You got it. I'm here to knock them back with folks and listen to their stories. Yeah, Unreal Engine Bacchus. Their work, their problems, rumors, and whatnot. No limit to what you can learn just listening to people, I say. Never drank with a samurai before either, so come on, I'm buying, after all. Alright, let's drink. Alright, let's drink a little. Thanks, arigato, Mr. Samurai. You're about to make my evening. Bottoms up, let's go. Oh, that's a real samurai sword. Very cool. Katana, would you say? You would say. Mr. Samurai, nice to meet you. My name is Ernest Satao. Satao? Funny. Does anyone ever tell you your name sounds Japanese? Most Japanese say so. In fact, those who know me call me Sato-san. Well, I'm Saito Hajime. Oh, Saito-san. Sato-san and Saito-san. Look at us. So you're a Japanese warrior, a samurai, yes? Yeah, I'm in Shinsengumi Captain, actually. It's the first time I had to say that out loud. I know about them. Very strong swordsman in that lot. A drinking buddy told me so. Tell me something, does samurai only use katana, or some wield some other weapons? Depends, I think. As a matter of fact, I sometimes use a gun as well. Oh, brandishing a sword and a gun in the same time. Will this land's wonders never cease? That's amazing, Saito-san. You may just be the strongest fighter around. I appreciate the compliment. There are a lot of other skilled people in Kyo, though. You might meet somebody stronger. Fascinating. Imagine all manner of power combatants roaming hither and yon. Tell me more. You really are a curious type. I'm grateful for the sake, but is there a reason you're so interested in this? The reason's very simple, I'll have you know. I like the stories of Japanese folks. I came to Japan for work, but in truth, I've always felt a personal attraction to your country. And when I'm here, I can't believe it in my eyes. It's greater than I imagined. You people are kind and captivating. Except for that, you know, that class system, but that the game's about. And so sometimes I brush off work and come here to chat with everyone. Hey, Sato-san, up for a drink? Yes, on my way. Sorry, Gomen, right? I have to catch up with other friends. Sure, no problem. Hey, first time you're out with Sato-san? I only just met him. He seems popular, though. You said it. By now, he's a local fixture. He's polite and charming and generous with drinks. And he's got a great ear when you got something on your mind, always shows an interest in people. So people around here have taken to the guy. I see. Does this predate Zero? Or was Ishin after Zero? I guess Ishin would have had to have been before Zero, right? They were all in the same time frame, 5-0 and Ishin. Oh, Saito-san, why didn't you tell me you'd finished your drink? Barkeep, another one over here, please. You dare say you're going home. Come on, Mr. Samurai, you're not done talking yet, are you? Alright, fine. If you insist, I'll have one more. Damn right, Saito-san. More drinks, more drinks. Ishin was 2014, Zero was 2015 Japan. Is this the first time for Bacchus then? Or was Bacchus not in original Ishin? Different sword style, the path of the warrior, the dual ideology, the state of affairs is extremely complex. Because I don't remember Bacchus being in another game besides Zero, right? I was only gonna have one more drink, but he just kept me talking. Oh, hey, buddy. You're looking tipsy. Feeling all right? Yeah. You really can drink, Saito-san. You told me lots of interesting things so far, but I'm still up for more. Everyone else has given up and gone home by now. Let's say you and I head somewhere else. No, There's a Rakugai izakaya that's said to be stellar. I waged some stories get told there. Rakugai? Wait, no, let's not go there. Listen, Rakugai's a very different part of town. People end up dead there, and they're not careful. It's definitely too dangerous when we're both this drunk. No, quit your belly aching, Saito-san. Let's be off. Hey, damn it! I better go after him before he gets hurt. Ernest Satao, is that you? Yes, but how did you know my name? I remember every drinking buddy I made here, and you're a stranger to me. Of course I am, as if I'd ever share drinks with someone like you. Is that all I've heard are rumors of inebriated gaijin wandering through town? Hey, who are you? My name, Kawakami Gensai. And unlike some, I've not forgotten my sacred duty. Cut down any foreign interloper on Japanese soil. Stop it, this man's no threat to you or the country. You defend this degenerate? Well, I take no pleasure in using my sword on the fellow citizen, but if I must kill you both, so be it. No, I can't die like this. Satao, get behind me, I'll end this fast. Satao is new in the remake? That's cool. Confident talk. No one stays confident for long in the face of my, EI jutsu. Come, I'll slice you up like a fish. Swap, 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 okay. Whoa! Yeah, I think they changed something with how controls work in terms of the direction you, roll. Because I've never had a problem with rolling in the wrong direction in the older games. And I think I'm getting the hang of it now, but it was something to adjust to. Maybe it's an Ishin thing. I don't know. I don't know until I play it. The other thing is it's gonna be a pain for you know, I just gotta make a PS4 Japanese account. Actually, I already have a PS4 Japanese account. But you know, it's gonna need to if I do a video on it, you know, I can use a fan translation with the PS3 version. But on PS4 version, that's just live. Too soon. Damn you both. Kawakami, is it? It's no different to me what you believe in. However, no one's beliefs give them the right to murder strangers with impunity. I know the way you wish the world was. Killing defenseless men is never going to bring it back to you. Who are you to lecture me? Spare me the bleeding heart bullshit. Whatever. Even if I fail, someone will get him eventually. Notoriety's a death sentence for Gaijin. Wait, you mean there are other people like after me? Enjoy your little sake dates while you can. Seeing boxes is banned from the loading zone tunnels. Saito-san, arigato. Good thing you came with me, eh? Don't thank me, there are still too many people like him out there. Kawakami's just dancing to the tune of those Sono Jushishi. You need to be careful asking around about Japan like you do. I simply can't contain my curiosity. I know you say it's dangerous, but things always work out, just like now. Listen to me, if you get killed, it could become a serious international incident. Do you want your death to start a war? If you really do love this country, you should take the well-beings of its people into consideration. Britain and Japan at war? That would be terrible. How about this, then? I'll stay put and stop roaming around for information if you lend me your assistance. What? I'm not trying to negotiate with you. Well, my life is mine to do with as I please. I'm not afraid of death, but you are. Afraid of my death, I mean. Like you said, it could be quite troublesome. So if you're saying I'm no longer to take my life into my own hands by venturing out on the town, you owe it to me to help. This is absolutely ridiculous. It's a joke. Of course I'm scared of death. I don't want some hooligan slipping his blade into my ribs. That said, I still won't abandon my study of Japan. I spent too long dreaming of this place to not experience it for myself. So I crawl the bars. Your people are shy. They put so much emphasis on formalities. When we drink, though, they're honest. I think I understand. I'm so very grateful for the ones who talk to me and help me with my research. It's helped me understand their struggles as crime and cost of living continues to increase. I've learned about your politics and your economy, and one thing I'm sure of, Japan is nowhere near done growing. Once assembled, I'm certain all the testimonials I've heard would be a great use for the nation. What do you think? So really indulging your curiosity is also your way of trying to contribute to Japan's growth. Fine, at the very least, I can work off the sake you brought me. Just promise you won't do anything reckless from now on. Okay, no international incidents. Peace between Britain and Japan. Friendship. Friendship forever. Yeah, right. Glad you've come around. So, how can I help? Help me find more memoirs, reasons for... Excuse me, pieces of personal writing, historical accounts like this one. Writings of an amateur historian. Detailed perspectives on Japan, I collect them. They have a different sort of flavor from what I gather in conversation. I get it, so if I find a memoir, a journal, anything like that, I bring it to you? Yes, Saito-san. Very good. Many arigato to you. Gozaimasu. Why do I feel like I just played into his hand? Oh well, he is charming. I guess I can find some writing for him. Yeah, there's yeah, it makes me appreciate Dragon Engine in that it was able to do that. I always thought like there was just some things I liked about how Dragon Engine looked over UE4. I would want to see footage just if the console versions don't drop frame rate at all in this part of town or in the busy street up north. Like I actually want to see that. I want to see what that looks like. Cuz it's hard to imagine like this street in particular or the main street up here. This one, right? These two streets running at 60 FPS like on Series X or PS5, I would really like to see. And then it would be like, well, shit, maybe they can abandon Dragon Engine. But man, that's gonna hurt the PC releases for a while. Because even with cache, like I can't run this city, I can't run this hallway or the one up there at 60 FPS. And Kamurocho is only gonna be worse because they'll have way more people. Whatever. We'll call it here. Let me go back to the inn to save. I mean, you could save anywhere, but we'll call it here. Yeah, I think I will eventually do a video on Ishin, right? But it's not a priority, unfortunately. A lot of games I cover, I kind of have to look sideways to my personal playthroughs of them. This one I want to keep up like the personal playthrough of. But I would like to do a video on it. As I've said before though on the channel and just reiterating here, Persona 3 is the next video. It's coming along. I think Persona 3 video would have been done by now, but I lost like a third of my footage out of my own control too. Oh, so infuriating. I was so pissed. I lost like a third of my footage. But yeah, Persona 3 video port review will be very soon. That should be like sometime next week. I hope I can get it by the 28th, but we'll see. The modders think of returning voices likenesses. Original character models, yeah, that's how it usually is with Like a Dragon games. They have leftover assets from every prior, like scattered assets from the prior games all throughout them. Yeah, so Persona 3 is next up, and that's going to be like within a week from now. I would definitely say, because I need to re-record everything I lost, and I'm only just discovering how much I truly lost as I'm editing. So I got a lot of that to take care of. Tales and Symphonia is the next video, is going to be the next port review. And then I would like to do Trails of Azure after that. The problem is that by that point it might be April, and for April it's going to be the Battle Network collection, which is 6 games, 4 of which of those 6 games have different versions between them, but like Pokemon versions. So even then, I think the Mega Man Battle Network differences between versions for some of them can kind of be bigger than Pokemon differences. So that's a lot. But again, if like later in this year, after we get oh boy, Tales of Symphonia Remastered, Yep. At the very least, I mean, no, I don't have much to say on it at the moment. That'll have to save until I get around to it. But yeah, there's a Persona 3 is going to be next. Persona 4 and Persona 5 will be in time, but for the priority as to which games are releasing this year, and I kind of want to prioritize some of the like newest releases, Persona 3, Tales of Symphonia, and Trails from Azure, and then Battle Network. Trails of Azure I'm unsure of if that'll be right away. They're all going to happen eventually, you know. These are all things that are going to happen. Romancing Saga, Valkyrie Chronicles, Like a Dragon, Kirby Return to Dreamland's debatable. That might happen. I imagine that would be a little bit of an easier project to do. But the priorities are Persona 3, Tales of Symphonia, Trails from Azure, and Battle Network. Once April hits, it's all Battle Network. But yeah, so those are priorities, and then the other games will be covered. For streams, I was planning to do Metroid Prime by now. Amazon told me my physical order is still delayed by 1, 2, 3 weeks. Technically 2 weeks. So, I don't know. I was considering just buying Metroid Prime digitally and doing the stream, but there's other stuff to stream in the meantime. There's still some other remasters and smaller things to stream. But yeah, there will be a stream, probably not as late as this time next week, but sometime next week there will be another stream of something. I'll figure it out by then. But yeah, that was Like a Dragon Ishin. Again, full video eventually. I can't promise anytime soon at all. It's not a priority, but I do want to cover this game like I covered 3, 4, and 5. The rest of the series too, but again, that's all in time. That's all backlog, along with Persona 4 and Persona 5. That's kind of a backlog thing. So, plenty to do in that regard. Plenty going on. But yeah, so thanks everyone for tuning in, and until next time, thank you all again for the constant support.